Hey guys, I know it's Tuesday for most of you, but I just wanted to post this video before I went to bed, and I couldn't stop thinking about it, so I went to bed. I wanted to do a tutorial on how to do a basic character turnaround model. So for mine, I'm using an original character, and I want to use her for this comic book slash novel idea I have. But basically, I take a normal drawing and I line her up. I make sure that she is a certain amount of heads tall, so she's not too uneven. So if you want to do 4 heads tall or 5 heads tall or 6 or 7 or however many, just make sure you're consistent. It's always about consistency. So I line up everything together, the top of her head, the bottom of her head, her waist, her feet, everything. So when I do the turnaround, it all lines up. The easiest way to do the back of her is to take the model and flip it, and you just erase anything that wouldn't show from the back and draw on what would. So for the side and angle, you really need to make sure that your lines are even across the board. Just try to keep the proportions similar. Now this is a big problem when people do their models. They always make the eyes a little bit bigger, or the nose is a little bit higher, or there's something off, so make sure that's consistent. Now with my 3/4 angle, I did kind of make her look a little different, so I'll keep that in mind for my further models. So don't repeat my mistake, see what I do and don't copy that part. But for the rest, this is just a basic model, so it's not going to be every angle, but you do have the 4 main ones: front, 3/4, side, and back. That's your start. So before I started recording this, I already chose a color palette. Now go for something that fits the mood of what you want to do. If it's a bright, colorful, static type of show, you don't want everything to be a bright color, or else everything stands out, which means nothing stands out. So find your main colors, like find 2 or 3 main colors, and then something to mirror that. So my main colors were yellow, blue, and red. They're basic, but you can easily change those up. So yellow, I made it a more pale mustard tone. Blue, I made it teal. And red, I toned that down. And overall, it just has this warmer feeling, kind of an old vintage feeling maybe. If you want, you can make it pinker, or you can make everything bluer or yellower. But for my color scheme, it's gonna be mellowed down, and my shadows are gonna be blue based. So everything I do will be blue based. Let me tell you about my character. Her name is Artie, or her full name is Eridart Lazaire, but her nickname is Artie. Artie is a girl who loves to read about history, mystery, and mythology. She's always an old, washed-up town with a lot of urban legends and lore. They live by this supposedly haunted forest, and she's always meeting with something out of the norm. So she likes to draw and write about her strange encounters in the forest and just out around the outskirts of town. She likes to study old maps and read history books. Just learn anything she can about all the weird mysteries of her own town. It's not necessarily closed off from other cities, but it is a bubble of itself. She spends a lot of time exploring the forest, which still hasn't been proven to be haunted, but she feels like she has a lot of proof for herself. She likes to learn about any place that's new. Growing up in the same place, seeing the same people her whole life, she likes to learn about anything new. She's an introvert, but she does like to keep to herself. I'd say she's reserved. She can also be a natural leader in her own sense, whenever she's up for the task, and takes quick interest in theories and new information in general. She tends to be one-track minded or an overthinker. It can be a good or a bad thing, but it doesn't usually help her. In fact, she gets so caught up in whatever she's doing, sometimes she forgets where she places something. She misplaces things a lot. She thinks out loud a lot. Her main motivations are, for one, bringing in all the little puzzle pieces that she's been finding over the years about the strange lore behind her town and what it means. She wants to bring it all into one big picture and just figure out what is it and what can they do about it, and what does she have to do with it. She also wants to get closer to her mom, who has a 9-to-5 job at the same diner. Her mom wants to be a writer, but she's always busy and overworked. So her relationship with her daughter is strained, but she understands. She spends a lot of time at the pawn shop with her friend's mom. She always tells her the stories behind the stuff she sells or the stuff she buys. And she's always looking for something that connects her to the forest. Something has to be there that's related. I appreciate you being part of the audience and part of this experience. So I'll see you guys later for the next Inktober video.